The Heat walked away with a much-needed victory tonight in Brooklyn. Much, much, much needed. They finally pulled themselves back above 500. They are now sitting at 8th in the East, and they beat the Brooklyn Nets, one of the worst teams in the league. But guess what? It gives them momentum off of a rough week where they lost to the Blazers, they lost to the Bucks really, really bad. They lost to the Blazers. That's a bad win no matter what. The Heat are usually good against those teams. They're like, I think now 12-3 against really, really bad teams this season. And much needed. They beat the Nets 106-97. It was rough to begin the game. A lot of turnovers, I feel like, in the first couple minutes. A lot of turnovers, slow. The Nets, they just shoot, man. They just put up threes. They put up 40 threes and only made one more than the Heat's 13. They hit 14 of 40 from three, went 35% from the three-point mark today. All they do is shoot. I mean, Jesus. They kept it close with threes. D'Angelo Russell will put one in, and it'll be like, oh my God, man, they're going to keep it close. Noah Conley put one in, bang. Keon Johnson, he was hooping. D'Angelo Russell was also hooping. He's been playing free with the Nets. D'Angelo Russell, he's been playing free with the Nets. They suck, so it's his team, really. So he can really just do his thing. He can do some deep rush shit. But the Heat, they hit their shots tonight. They didn't shoot too many threes. They only shot 28 threes, made 13. 46% from the three. That's fine. That's way better than the 24% last game, where they couldn't hit a goddamn three to save their lives. Way better. Tyler Herro led the team in scoring. He was way more aggressive going to the paint this game. It was a good game for the young guys and a good game for players that have not been themselves the whole season. But Tyler Herro, he really hasn't looked like himself in the last couple 3-4 games. Ever since Jimmy came back from that suspension, he hasn't been that guy that he was on the road trip. Scoring 30 something, but he came back with 25 tonight. And he was being a lot more aggressive, especially in the first half, getting to the basket. That's something that he hasn't been doing since when Jimmy came back. He wasn't getting to the basket. And now, he finally looked like he caught his groove. And it was hard for the Heat to catch their groove in the second half because the goddamn halftime show was 50 minutes. It was a whole hour. I didn't think that a ceremony would go an hour for Vince Carter. I mean, thank God they did it, but Jesus. An hour? I kept turning back. I was like, the Heat game's not back on yet? The Heat game's not back on yet? An hour? Jesus. They even showed the halftime show. That's how long it was. An hour. Fuck. Yeah, but the Heat, they out-rebounded. They were good on the boards. 51-35 rebound against the Nets. Bam Adebayo. This is what I'm talking about. The players have not been playing good. Played pretty good today. Bam Adebayo started off the game. He was missing his easy to his spot shots. His easy looks that he was making last season. He missed those in the beginning, but he caught a groove being more aggressive in the second half as the game went on. 17 points, 16 rebounds. That's an incredible double right there. And it's not like the bigs for the Nets aren't big rebounders. Nick Claxton, Deron Sharp, they're pretty good. So, 17 points, 16 rebounds for Bam. Khalil Ware played less minutes. He only played 23 minutes now after playing 30 plus like the last 3 games. He had 7 points, 6 rebounds. This was really like the first not really good performance by him. He was struggling to hit his shots. It was his first really not good performance as he got into the starting lineup and since he began getting more minutes. So it's Khalil Ware. He's a rookie. He's going to be off and on. And he wasn't expected to have this much of an impact early on. And he's been pretty good. This is his only game. He's been not good. So you give him a pass on this one. You keep this rolling this lineup out there, Khalil Ware and Bam. I'm telling you it's going to work the more and more they play together. Haywood Highsmith, he's been struggling. Like, he's been coming in, turning the ball over a little bit. He only had 1 turnover, but last games, 0 points tonight on 20 minutes. Haywood Highsmith's been struggling, but he's a defender. He's the locksmith. You know what I'm saying? Duncan Robinson, he's been really good these last couple of games. Even though he was struggling a little bit struggling from 3 last game against the Bucks, everyone was struggling for 3. All right, but the West Coast road trip, Duncan Robinson was atrocious. And since we got home, Duncan Robinson has been banging. All right, 15 points, 7 rebounds. It's off and on. It's either he has a lot of assists or he has a lot of rebounds, and then he gets to 15 points, which was nice. Also, Terry Rozier, I saw him. You would think I saw Bigfoot. I saw Terry Rozier hit 2 threes tonight. He was doing good. He was doing 8 rebounds, 16 points. Terry Rozier off the bench. You know, it's still 6'13", but Terry Rozier, baby. He was doing really, really pretty good. And I was I was happy. I was happy with Terry Rozier's performance. He hit 2 threes on only 5 attempts. But the player of the game, in my opinion, off the bench, Nikola Jovic. 17 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, and he is playing with much more confidence this season. And he's going to have an elevated role now that Jimmy Butler's pretty much gone. He's going to have an elevated role, and he's playing with confidence. He hit that 3 in the corner. Talk shit, Juwan Howard. If you notice, Nikola Jovic talked a lot of shit on the court. I mean, he's always yapping to somebody. But he hit that 3, started talking shit to the Nets bench. Juwan Howard, he's gaining confidence, and he's playing with confidence. He's finally driving to the rim more, knowing he finally realized I'm 6'10", I can drive to the rim more and get some easier buckets on smaller matchups. He's driving to the rim more, getting to his spots, banging the 3 from 4 from 3 tonight. He played 31 minutes, 17 points. He was really good and really efficient. It's like him and Tyler Herro. They play in the moment, kind of. They don't overthink everything. They play in the moment. They play loose. Like Bam, I feel like he overthinks everything. Him, Jovic, Herro, the 2 guys that are really elevated this season. Herro's been elevated to an all-star level. Jovic is elevated to that before you get to an all-star level. I'm saying that Tyler Herro 2 years ago level. Jovic is really, really good. He's a quality 6-man. Now, it's a good win. You know why it's a good win? Not only because we finally snapped. We lost 5 of our last 6 coming into this game. Alright? So now we only lost 5 of our last 7. But you know what? We snapped. We had a performance by the young guys and the guys who were struggling. And that's good with all this Jimmy Butler shit going around. It just gets worse day by day. Now Jimmy Butler saying he's happy he likes the fans, he likes the community, he loves Miami. And then he got in a fight at some paddle tournament. And he's at a paddle club. He was scheduled to speak at a paddle club for 2 weeks now. And he made it happen. How did you know that you were going to be off on Saturday when you were supposed to be in Brooklyn? It just gets worse day by day. It's getting worse day by day. It's getting annoying day by day. So the young guys, they put together a performance. A nice performance that got us a win. And brings us back above 500. Especially with the Orlando Magic. We play them next on Monday. They just snapped a long 5-game losing streak, I believe, too. Who they played tonight? They played the Pistons. That's what I was getting to. The Pistons. The Pistons, the Magic. We basically both got the same record. We all got the same record. We're all fighting for the 6th spot. The Heat are the 8th seed. The Magic are the 7th seed. The Pistons, they are the 6th seed. And the Heat are 0.5 games behind the spot for the 6th seed. That's out of the playing spot. It's too early in the season to be playing this close to the standings. But when it's this close, these games matter. These January games, they matter. All right, every game matters. And that's what it came down to last season. 2 games. It came down to 2-1 game. So you got to win all these games, and you got to win the games that you can get. But the Orlando Magic, they got Paulo and Franz Wagner back. They got their 2-1-2 punch back. So it's gonna be a tough one. The Magic, they give us problems, especially even without Herro and Franz Wagner. They give us problems. The last time we played them, so it's gonna be an interesting game, and I think we need to win this game because these standings are really tight. We're only 2 games behind the 11th seed, 4 games behind the 4th seed, and then 0.5 game behind the 6th seed. So these games are all tight, and the Hawks right behind us, they're 1.5 games behind us too, and they lost tonight to the Raptors. So all these games matter, and we're all close in these standings, and we gotta win these games. I know we can win these games. I know these young players can put together a performance with Tyler Herro and Bam leading them. It's just Bam needs to have these performances where he can drop 20. We need 20 plus from Bam this way out. We need him to start averaging 20 from here on out. We need to go on a run. Alright? We can't keep taking one step forward, one step back. This was one step forward. We took 2 steps back last week. We smoked the Spurs and we lose to the Pistons. 1 step forward, 1 step back. West Coast road trip, 3 straight wins, 3 straight losses. 1 step forward, 1 step back. Can't keep doing this. We gotta get these wins. We play the Magic, then we play the Cavs. That's gonna be tough. So we're the last team. Well, we weren't the last team to beat the Cavs, but we were one of the last teams to beat the Cavs back in December 8th. That was something. But good performance. Jovic, stand out. We finally made some shots, and Tyler Herro attacked that basket. Bam, be more aggressive. We'll get some things done, alright? It was closer than it should have been, because the Nets, they don't give up for some reason, and they keep on shooting threes. But the Heat win. That's a win. That's a win for the weekend. Alright? Now let's take it into the next week. Let's get that win again on Monday, taking 1 game at a time. Let's stack these wins, gain more confidence. And also, before you go, you gotta talk Jimmy Butler. If it's a Heat video, you just gotta say something about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's suspension is up after this game. Do you bring him back to the team? The answer, I love Jimmy Butler, what he did for the Heat, but what he's doing right now is not helping the Heat at all. And it's being detrimental to the Heat. Alright? You do not bring him back anywhere near the team. If you want, find another reason to suspend him, pay him to sit at home. Or just trade him already. Hurry up and trade him. I mean, if you're not looking for a deal, if it's close to what you want, just trade him. It's better to just trade him and get this over with. Let the media talk a week about what Jimmy Butler's going to do with the Suns, not what he's doing with the Heat. So get this attention off of him. We stick on our FanDuel Sports Network and we do our thing with the young group. Because he doesn't want to be here. I wish he wanted to be here, but he doesn't want to be here. So let's do our thing. Let's trade him, get him away from the team. Let the talk go about what he's doing with the other team and how he's going to help them win a championship, but they're probably not going to win a championship. Trade him wherever. Get him. Let's get this off. Let's get this burden off our back and let the players go out there and hoop like yo, it's Herro and bam, take us there. All right, 22. He took us there far enough. He can't do it no more. He wants out. So let Tyler Herro, bam, take us there. Take us out of the play-in. That's what I mean. We're not going to the finals. Let's go.